Haribol to all my brothers and my sisters, and welcome back to Astro Motivation. Today we're going to be talking about the Mars retrograde. Dun dun dun! This is a very powerful Mars retrograde, and it only happens every 2 years. And this year, it just so happens to be in the debilitation state. So this is a very, very important news that we need to make sure that we know what to do with this astro energy so that we do not make any mistakes. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to Astro Motivation, the house of astro psychology. My name is Vinodini. I am a Vedic astrologer and also a spiritual coach. So if you are into self-development, astrology, and how it is that you can harness the power of the stars, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss any of the nectar. Alrighty, my beautiful brothers and sisters, let's see what this upcoming Mars retrograde has in store for all of us. And I want to take this moment to say thank you to all my wonderful members. Thank you so much for being my gorgeous little lotuses here in the exclusive channel. Thank you so much for your collaboration. This wouldn't be happening. I wouldn't be able to give everybody free content. So thank you so much for supporting the channel in the way that you do. It really makes a giant difference. And get ready, because in 2025 we're going to start a whole series to learn Vedic astrology. So make sure you also join us and become one of the lotuses in the exclusive members channel. You can find the information in the caption below, in the description below. Alrighty, my brothers and sisters, let's talk about Mars retrograde, because this is a very powerful transit that is going to be lasting for quite some time, guys, okay? And I want you guys to be fully prepared. So first, in order to understand Mars retrograde, we first need to understand what is Mars. Mars is a very, very important planet because Mars deals with the drive, the energy, the enthusiasm of life. It is our sex drive, and it rules over real estate, business, courage, military, anything that deals with taking action and having that drive to move forward into life. Mars is very, very important. Of course, we know that here in planet Earth, we need to have that drive to survive. If we don't have, and every single living being in this world has that energy to want to survive, to want to, win and win against any adversary, win against any problem or issue in life. And so Mars is very, very important for the individual and the collective. Mars is mainly one of the energies that rules over a business as well. So we're definitely going to be feeling like all these things that I just mentioned that Mars rules are going to be going through a little bit of a shift, a change, or a transformation at this time. So Mars is now going retrograde, and it will be going retrograde on December 7th, 2024. And exactly on December 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are the moments when Mars is kind of going into stationary position. So Mars is moving forward, and then it starts slowing down because it's going to start going retrograde. So in that slowing moment, that is a very, very crucial time where it's going to be it's going to be really, really predominant. We're going to be feeling the energies more during those days when it goes stationary, because it's almost like it stays in the same degrees. And so when Mars goes retrograde, all of these things have to go through a reevaluation. We may not know exactly when to take action into something, or maybe we need to take a step back before we fully take action into something. Maybe we need to reevaluate our plans, our strategies of how we're going to be going about something we want to conquer. Maybe this is a time where we need to also gain more courage to move forward, gain more survival energy to really move forward. And of course, if we don't know how to handle this energy, Mars retrograde can end up making us do mistakes. We may end up taking action beforehand. We might be getting angry and frustrated because things are not moving along. We may be going through displacing violence or aggression in the wrong ways because the frustration is so big. So Mars during this time needs to be calibrated. Also, Mars rules Agni in the body in Ayurveda. So this means that our fire within is also going to be going through a lot of transformation. Angi in the body rules the stomach, and the digestive system, and the ability to digest food, and not just digest food, but also digest information and thoughts. So these things are also going to be going through a transformation at this time. I highly suggest that during Mars retrograde, we need to be using more cooling things, like drinking more cooling, like cooling water, drinking mint tea. Mint is very cooling. Drinking cucumber water that really cools energy off. Trying to stay away from anything that irritates the heat. I would say tone down the hot sauce, tone down the spicy foods, because that also is going to bring a lot of fire within us. And it's a time to find cooling activities, like walking under the moonlight is a very beautiful cooling activity. Meditation, yoga, mantra chanting, all of these things are going to be able to subside that irritability, to subside that fire that gets a little bit out of control during Mars retrograde. So those are some tips that we can use during this Mars retrograde to handle and to calibrate ourselves and to not let our anger get the best of us, okay? Now, where does anger come from? Anger comes from lust. When we're lusting over something, when we want this or we want that and we don't get it, then we get angry, we get upset, we throw the tantrum. So the meditation, the yoga, the chanting, all of these things helps us to find a little bit of detachment into this lusty desires. Like, we don't have to be constantly going and chasing something, especially during Mars retrograde. The chase is slowed down, and the universe, God, wants us to slow down and to reevaluate our strategy and to recalibrate ourselves. It's almost like the soldier. The soldier can't just be fighting all day, every day. The soldier eventually is going to have to come into the base, get his energy back, heal itself, get back into alignment, get the new strategy, so that then later it can go and really conquer in the ways that it wants to conquer. So this is something very powerful. Now, the main nakshatras that Mars is going to be retrograding in is going to be Purnavasu nakshatra, as well as Adra nakshatra, and a little bit of Mrigadhira nakshatra. So everything that deals with the Cancer vibe, Cancer energy of Purnavasu, which Purnavasu is a very interesting nakshatra because it deals with trying it one more time. Purnavasu is you become successful by trying and trying again and trying again and trying again. It has the symbol of the arrow and the arrow that goes back into the quiver, which means that, okay, if I take my shot and I didn't make it, the quiver comes back, the arrow comes back to the quiver, and I can actually try it again. So Purnavasu deals with, trying brings perfection. Repetition brings perfection. So I want you to have this in mind during this Mars retrograde. Do not get frustrated if you tried it once and it didn't work. Or maybe this is a time where you're going to go back into reevaluating something that you tried in the past. It didn't work. And maybe you were like, okay, it's not for me, I'm not going to do it. And then you're like, no, you know what? I'm going to do it again. This Mars retrograde might make you go back, reevaluate it, and give it one more shot. Okay, so that is going to be for the energies. Now, I will be doing a video once Mars goes into Gemini. So the dates are December 7th, Mars goes retrograde in Cancer, which is his debilitation. And then on January 21st is going to enter Gemini sign. And now we'll be doing a video specifically for that Mars retrograding in Gemini. And then on February 24th of 2025, finally Mars finishes its retrograde motion. Mars goes retrograde every 2 years. But what makes this Mars retrograde so special is that it's happening in its debilitation sign, which is Cancer. Why is Cancer the debilitation sign of Mars? Well, Mars is a soldier. And Cancer is the home, is the mother. So when you put a soldier in the home, first and foremost, the soldier doesn't know what it's supposed to do there. Second of all, if it gets too comfortable, where it's being pampered and it's being pampered by mommy and it's in his comfort zone and it's in this vibe, then the soldier loses its strength. It becomes lazy. It becomes complacent. It doesn't have that fighting spirit anymore. So Mars here is going to be an interesting thing. For some of us, we may feel that the time has come for us to get out of our comfort zone. And Mars retrograde can really, really transform this in our lives. What are those comfortable comfort zones that have almost choked you and are not allowing for you to really progress and move forward in life? Especially my males. My men in the world are going to have a very transformative time right now, where Mars is really going to make you get out of your comfort zone so that you can reclaim your manhood. And also to not repress your emotions. Any emotions that we have been repressing overall for all of us, Mars here retrograding in Cancer is going to be like time to deal with these emotions, time to go there, time to go into that past, face it like a big boy and a big girl with courage and the feeling of like, I can conquer this, I can go over this. And it's not that I have to repress it and be afraid of these emotional feelings, but it's a matter of moving forward with them and be courageous enough to fight those inner demons, especially if it comes to our childhood wounds, okay? The childhood wounds of embarrassment, the childhood wounds of abandonment, and the child wounds of neglect. Unfortunately, every single human being in this world, rich, poor, beautiful, ugly, tall, short, fat, skinny, it doesn't matter. All of them have gone through these wounds. And sometimes we think that in our relationships, our wound, like the other person needs to be healing these wounds for us, but not really. This Mars retrograde is going to make us see that it is our individual responsibility to deal with these wounds of abandonment, these wounds of neglect, these wounds of embarrassment, rejection, that we are ready to let go of. So this is going to be a transformative one. Like I said, we're going to be emotionally all over the place. We're going to be extra sensitive. If you feel like crying, cry it out, baby. It doesn't matter. If you feel like, mommy, I want my mommy, then go and do it. It's the time has come to soften the heart. Mars is going into the waters of the past, of nostalgia, of emotional comfort. It wants that emotional comfort truly. And why is this so important? Why is it important to have this emotional comfort, this emotional healing? Because it will make us more emotional mature. It will give us this emotional maturity to move forward in life, to mature truly, and to not be a victim to the things that have happened to us. Because it happens to every single person in this world. Every single person in this world has a trauma. Every single one of them. And it is about us not identifying with our trauma. Yes, validating it. Yes, it happened to me, but it is not who I am. I am soul spirit. I am more than this. I have lived thousands of lifetimes. This is not my first heartbreak. This is not my first challenge. This is not my first difficult life. I can do this. And to come back to that center of the soul is really the biggest gift that we can get with this Mars retrograde. So I'm super excited for everybody. And of course, we're going to do a little horoscope for each individual sign so that you guys can have a little bit of understanding of what this is going on, how it's happening for you. If you would like to start your journey in Vedic astrology and would like to begin understanding more about Vedic astrology, then definitely get my free ebook in the description here below. You can just get my free ebook by signing up, okay? Go and click the link today. Now, when it comes to the horoscopes, make sure that you check your moon sign. Your moon sign is going to be how emotionally you're going to be feeling when it comes to the Mars retrograde. And then the ascendant sign. The ascendant sign, the lagna, is going to be what you're going to physically encounter, what you're going to physically experience during this Mars retrograde. And of course, we're going to get started with our beautiful Aries. Aries, for you, this Mars retrograde is going to be happening in the 4th house of Cancer. And for you, Mars, this is a big one, okay? Because Mars is your planet. Mars is the planet that rules you. So my beautiful Mars, people who have Aries and Mars, who have Mars in Aries, who have Mars in Scorpio, they're going to really be feeling it. So you, my beautiful Aries, you're going to be feeling it, okay? This is going to be very powerful. And let me tell you, It's going to bring you back into your emotions and your feels. I mean, this is really trying to soften your heart, okay, Aries? If you've been really like, and naturally, Aries, you do have this very strong energy about you. You have this very confident energy about you. You really know who you are. But this Mars going into the sign of Cancer is definitely putting you in your feelings, in your emotions. You're going back into the time of your past, of your childhood, and you're reevaluating all these things at this time. How did you feel? How did you not feel? How was your relationship with your mother? How was your relationship with your father? What are these wounds for you specifically? These childhood wounds of neglect, of abandonment, of rejection and embarrassment are going to be huge for you to really heal at this time, my beautiful Aries. And life will put situations for you to face these things. So don't just, oh, I'm just going to be strong and I'm going to like bulldozer through it by just being like, oh, like, no. Be vulnerable. Go into the vulnerabilities. Go into the wound so that you can heal it. That's how it goes. Give your emotions the space that they deserve so that they can be felt. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to dwell in your emotions. No, but it also doesn't mean that you have to run away from them. This could be a great time for you to go into your family history, your ancestral history, to reconnect with your mother and your father, to heal your relationship with your mother and your father, your family, if this has been some sort of issue lately, okay? Wow, as I'm looking at this, there's a falcon outside in the window, my beautiful Aries. Wow, I want you to look up the falcon symbolism, the falcon totem, because they're just so beautiful. And this might be you to free yourself at this time, my beautiful Aries, to free yourself from any emotional wounds of the past that haven't allowed for you to really thrive. And why is this important? Because the more you deepen your roots, the more you understand where you come from and emotionally belong, then the more you're going to be able to rise in your life, the more you're going to be able to really move forward in your relation with your purpose in life and your career. Now, if you would like to have an astropsychology consultation with me, then definitely take advantage of my promotion that I have at this time. 20% off on my consultations. Description here below. You can use the promo code today, and this is a great way for you to go into the wound. We can both go together and really understand the dynamics of you, your family, and your past, and why this has happened to you. So I will see you in the consultation. Now let's see what are some other messages that we have for my beautiful Aries when it comes to this Mars retrograde for Aries, Aries, Aries. I also suggest the Durga candle for you, which will be fantastic for you to eliminate any negative thoughts, negative things, negative issues, or dark pasts and emotions that you may have, okay? The Durga candle, you can find it in the shop in my description here below. So, number one, getting rid of addictions, surrendering your addictions. Addictions usually come from some wound in your childhood. The addictions that we may have to substances, to alcohol, to food, to people, to pornography, to all these things, to overworking even, is because we're trying to cover up a wound from the past. So this is a time to face your addictions. What are you addicted to, Aries? The time has come for you to release it and liberate yourself, because you are actually chained up when you are in these addictions, so that you can surrender to your full power. God, I love this for you, my beautiful Aries. Roar like the lion that you really are. The time has come for you to live your life fully. Stop playing your life small, okay? It's keeping you small. One of the things that could really help you during this time is surrender to the natural world, my beautiful Aries. Make sure that you're going into nature walks. Make sure that you are connecting to nature. Make sure you're meditating under trees. This really helps with the grounding energy. Make sure that you are spending some time alone in nature. This can really help you to go deep, feel these feelings alone. Nobody's going to be there to judge you. Nobody's going to be there to say anything. And you can really transmute the feelings with the power of the beautiful nature around you. Alrighty, my beautiful Aries, those were your messages for this upcoming Mars retrograde. Love you guys so, so much. And I hope that these messages were able to help you. Thank you. And if you like these messages, make sure to give it a like. That would mean the world to me. Now we're going to be doing our beautiful Tauruses. Welcome, Taurus, to your Mars retrograde horoscope. So for you, my beautiful Taurus, this Mars retrograde is going to be happening in your third house of courage, of ego, of communication, of speech, of efforts. This is a very important house, and actually this can really, really give you some very good news, my beautiful Taurus. This is maybe a time where you're going to reevaluate putting efforts into something that you were very inspired by, like maybe some sort of startup, a business. Maybe you wanted to learn how to play music, how to play an instrument, something that you're going to do with your hands. Your hands right now want to express something, either by writing, by cooking, by painting, by drawing, by making, by building. Something here, it wants to do it. Now, I would say be cautious with knives during this time. Be very, very cautious with knives because you could end up cutting yourself very bad. So just be careful with that. But nonetheless, this is something that is trying to get you to put effort once again into something that you love doing. And that this time, you do it with more enthusiasm. You're going to have a better strategy of how to do it, and to put those hands, those magical hands, to work in something that is beneficial. It's also going to boost your courage. It's going to boost your ego. So that was the only thing that I would say. Be cautious, stay humble. Don't let your ego get too big to the point that now you start getting, you start using cutting words or words that are too judgmental or critical, or maybe you start, your words become like knives. Be cautious with this. Make sure that you're doing a lot of chanting. Okay, chanting of the Maha Mantra will be fantastic for you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This could be fantastic for you because you'll be using your mouth for blessing yourself and blessing everything around you, and is going to really direct that energy in a positive light. Okay, instead, use your hands to create something of value, something that you are inspired in, some sort of project that you've been working on. Maybe this is the time to finish it. Maybe this is the time to finally get it done. If you've been trying to write that book, finish that website, whatever it is. Or maybe some of you guys have been trying to start a channel and you've been hesitant about it. So this is the push to do it, is giving you that courage to just do it, my beautiful Taurus. This is going to be very beneficial for you, my beautiful Taurus. Move forward with it. Believe in yourself. Do not let doubtful thoughts get the best of you. That is another thing. It's a time to change your mindset, Taurus, okay? Change your mindset to a stronger mindset, a mindset that says, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. What if it turns out to be amazing? What if it turns out to be exactly how I wanted it to be? And this will help you to open up the doors to the future, my beautiful Taurus. Definitely use affirmations at this time. Oh my God, I'm going to give it to you. You've got the power. You've got the power, my beautiful Taurus. This is the time to move forward, the ability to resolve the situation. It's here for you. It's going to be in your hands. You're going to have it in your hands. So go for it. You can do it. So it's really empowering you. It's really, really empowering you at this time, okay? Another is ask for what you want. You see the communication. Make sure that you're speaking and blessing everything around you. What it is that you want, Taurus. How do you want it? Tell your partner. Tell your family. Tell the world. Pray. Pray and tell God what it is that is in your heart. Speak it into existence, and you're going to see that this is going to bring clarity, is going to bring power, is going to bring a sense of, yes, this is where I'm supposed to go. And last but not least, connect with nature. That is going to subside any tension or too much erraticism or too much anxiety, okay? Make sure that you're not getting too overthinking. That will be the other thing, that you start overthinking things. If you start overthinking things, go take a walk. Go be in nature. Jump in the ocean. Jump in the river. And that will help you so much, my beautiful Taurus. Now, if you would like to have a personal astropsychology reading with me, then make sure to take advantage of my promotion right now. 20% off on my consultations, and you can find the promo code in the description here below. And for you, the candle that I suggest for you, my beautiful Taurus, at this time is the Remover of Obstacles candle. That could really help you in removing any mental obstacle that you may be having in your life at this time. Check out my shop in the description here below. Alrighty, my beautiful Taurus, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so, so much. And if you like this message, make sure to give it a thumbs up, because that would mean the world to me. Thank you so much, Taurus. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Geminis. Welcome, Gemini, to your horoscope for this Mars retrograde. And this is going to be a powerful Mars retrograde for you, because Mars is going to be in the second house. This is the house of money. This is the house of food, what you take in, consumption, and the house of your values. Number one, time to financially make sure, like, this is the time for you to make sure that all your finances are in order. Okay, Gemini? If you have been just spending crazily or not, or being too miserly, or however it is, this is the time to transform your relationship with finances, transform your relationship with money, transform your relationship with abundance, and to believe that, yes, you are deserving of so much more abundance in your life. What is it that you are self-sabotaging, that you are blocking the prosperity and the abundance to come in? Another thing for you, Gemini, is that this is a wonderful time to reevaluate your values. What do you value in life? And are you really, really in alignment with that? Okay, sometimes as being a Gemini, because you do have this dual personality, you have to be very cautious that you do not fall into duplicity. Okay, that you don't fall into like your mind saying something but your heart saying something. This drives you crazy and drives everybody around crazy. So the best thing to do for this Mars retrograde is congruency, getting your mind and your heart in the same alignment. And this only happens through knowing exactly what it is that we value in life. You value family, you value work, you value love, you value spirituality. I mean, everybody has different things that they value. So I suggest for you, if you don't know your values, go on the internet, do a value test, personal value test, and that can give you some sort of idea what it is that you truly value, and start living by those values. That is going to make you feel so much more confident. It's going to give you so much more integrity. And of course, your self-esteem is going to boost up, and everybody is going to also see that, wow, Gemini is really showing up. It's really showing up in an amazing way. Okay. Also, this is the time to be cautious with how you eat and what you're eating. Some of you guys may be overeating, emotionally eating, maybe not eating. So find a nice balance here. Okay. Find a nice balance of what it is that you're consuming, not just food-wise, but even mentally, what is it that you're consuming and how is it affecting you emotionally? I do suggest that this is a fantastic time to really go into more health and to maybe become vegetarian. Try it out for a little bit, even if it's for 3 weeks, and just see the difference of how your mind just feels so much better. You may not be having these mood swings or this erraticism, or like one time you're happy and then you're sad. Like it could start coming into a bigger, nicer level for you. And watch out if you're emotionally eating as well. So this is something that we need to be cautious of. Last but not least, family. This is reevaluating your family. That's why it's attached to values, because the family is what gives us the values in our life. So this is also a time to maybe reevaluate your family and how you are connected. How important, have you been leaving them last? Or are you really taking care of your family? What is your relationship with your family? And it may be going through a transformation here for you as well. So let's see, what do we have for Gemini for this upcoming Mars retrograde? Best advice for Gemini for Mars retrograde. And we have conscious consumer, exactly what I've been saying. To become more conscious of how you consume food, consume media, consume social media. Maybe you're starting to understand like, oh my God, I spend hours scrolling. What am I doing? Maybe time to transform your values. And also, how are you spending your money? Do you spend your money in good quality things, like in a good business that helps the environment? Or you just spend it on like the shittiest businesses that totally destroy the world? Like your money is a vote. And to understand that even, oh no, but it's too expensive, but you deserve it. You deserve that organic cotton. You deserve that organic silk. you deserve it. So it's also reevaluating how you consume and how you invest in yourself, okay? If you would like to understand more about your finances and how it is that you can really get into better financial situations, alignments in your career, and anything that deals with destiny, then I highly suggest that you get a private session with me. My astropsychological sessions are 20% off at this time. You can get the promo code in the description here below. Take advantage of that promo. So that is one message for you. Another message is clearing out the debts. Yes. If you are owing money to somebody, pay it up. Just pay. Pay those things. Don't owe anybody nothing. And not just financially, but also emotionally. That you don't owe anything to anybody emotionally either. Like go back to zeros where you don't owe anything to no one. And that is going to make you feel so much more freer. And last but not least, declutter. Gemini, fix your space. Get rid of things that you no longer use. Why do you need that? Why do you need 500 of the same pants? Like, just get rid of things that you no longer use. Donate them. Especially with the Jupiter in the 12th, if you do some donation, if you do some volunteer, if you release things that you no longer need and make space for the new, oh my God, Jupiter is going to bless you so, so much. So those were your messages, my beautiful Gemini. I hope that they helped. Love you guys so, so much. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a personal reading by me, make sure to check out the promo code in the description here below. And if you like this message, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, my beautiful Gemini. Thank you so much for being here, sending you so much love and light. Now, we're going to be doing our Cancer. Welcome, Cancer, to this Mars retrograde horoscope. And for you, it is extremely important that you know what to do with this Mars retrograde, because this Mars retrograde is happening in your sign, my beautiful Cancer. You are going through a personal transformation. My little mushy wooshy little Cancer, who's so soft and gentle and adorable. Oh man, you're about to get, your claws are coming out, okay? There's been things that you've been swallowing up for years, for decades. You've just been like putting up with it and putting up with it, and you just learn to live like that. This is what we call crap fitting. You have learned to crap fit in situations where you're just like, okay, I'll just deal with it. Like, it's all right. Even not anymore. Cancer, be ready. Mars is going to, it's going to make you pissed off. Okay, number one, I'm going to tell you that. It's going to piss you off. And maybe you need to get pissed off. Maybe you do need to get pissed off. Maybe you need to learn how to assert yourself. Now, I don't mean that go and make a fight with everybody. No, I'm not meaning that. But it is important to know how to be assertive, to learn to say no when you don't want to, and to learn to say yes when you do want to. And that you are not bending yourself for anything or anybody, to release these codependencies that somebody may be feeling, okay? And also, my beautiful Cancer, for you, because it's happening in your body, I highly suggest, because you're going to feel more emotional. You're going to feel more anxious. You're going to feel more emotional. And the one thing that happens when Mars goes into our sign is that we get filled with energy. And if you don't know what to do with this energy, you might, that's when it goes against you. It's kind of like when you eat a lot of calories and you don't use the calories, those calories turn into anxiety so that it can be burnt out. So the same thing here. Mars wants you to move, Cancer. It wants you to move your body. It wants you to work out. It wants you to burn those calories. It wants you to burn that energy. And that way, you're going to be utilizing this extra amounts of energy into something productive, into transforming your body. This could also be a time where you're reevaluating your body. Is this, not saying that you don't look good, Cancer. I mean, you look hot. But Mars here is trying to get you to even peak of hotness, okay? Are you taking care of your body? Are you building muscle? Do you feel strong? Because that's the cool thing about going to the gym. It's like when you go to the gym, you are, okay, you're making your body strong, but at the same time, every single aspect of yourself is also becoming stronger. Your mind is becoming stronger. Your emotions are becoming stronger. So this is what Mars wants you to do, to bring that strength of yours and to really assert yourself fully and your energy and your vibe. Now, one thing I will say, be careful with knives. Be careful with knives, my beautiful Cancer. Be careful with electronics. Be careful with driving too fast. Okay? You're a little bit accident prone at this time with this Mars retrograde. So be more cautious with that. And also even working out. Yes, I want you to go hard on the gym, but don't hurt yourself. Okay. It's a fine line. And last but not least, your acne is going to be even more strong. So watch out with the spicy foods. Watch out with overheat. Like try to do a lot of cooling things. Walk at night under the moonlight. Do a lot of cold water with cucumber. Do a lot of mint tea. Mint tea is really good for cooling the body. Do anything that really helps you to ground yourself. Walking in nature, barefooted, under a tree. Like these things really help you to just bring that acne down. And I would say tone it down with the spicy foods at this time, because all of that can get you more irritated. All right. So let's see, what are some messages that we have for Cancer for this upcoming Mars? What are some messages that we have for Cancer for this Mars retrograde? And we have spiritual teacher. Ooh, I like this for some of you guys. You guys, those of you who have been in the spiritual path, in the healing path for some time, this could be the time where you're like, wow, I am a spiritual teacher. Like I'm going to take this path of becoming a spiritual teacher because my purpose is about helping others to become more spiritual and to become more into healing. Okay. So that's going to be one. Others of you who are not into spirituality, there could be a spiritual teacher that comes into your life right now and literally transforms your life completely. So open yourself up. Make sure that it is a bona fide spiritual teacher. That is not some bogus guru or some bogus shaman that, you know, faker. Like make sure that it is a bona fide spiritual teacher. You know what I'm talking about. And admit your true feelings to yourself. Only you know what it is that you want. This is those feelings. This is like that feeling of enough crap fitting, enough pretendings. Be honest with your feelings. Be honest with how you feel. Be truthful in these things. And the more you are honest with yourself, the more clarity you will have of your desires, what it is that you want. And also other people will know exactly what you're all about. And of course, assertiveness. This is the biggest lesson, my beautiful Cancer. Assert yourself. I will even say this is a fantastic time for you to do an assertive, some sort of assertive course on being assertive or how to embrace being assertive. This could be a great time to do all of that and to stand up for yourself and your beliefs and only say yes when you really want to and say no when you don't want to. Okay. Alrighty, my beautiful Cancer. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, my astropsychology consultations at this time are 20% off. Make sure to take advantage of this awesome promo. You can find the promo code in the description here below. And also for you, my beautiful Cancer, I will suggest the candle of removing obstacles. This would really help you to remove obstacles in your life, and also the candle of love for more self-love. You can check those candles in my shop in the description here below. You'll find the link. Alrighty, my beautiful Cancer, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so, so much. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Leos. Welcome, Leo, to your horoscope for this Mars retrograde. This Mars retrograde is going to be a very interesting one because it's going to be happening in your 12th house. 12th house of letting go, of spirituality, of losses, and of closing cycles. Something here is definitely, number one, I would say be careful with your finances. There could be some losses. So watch out. This is not the time for you to gamble or to put money into things or get rich quick schemes. Be careful. There could be losses here for you. You could also be spending a lot. So also budget yourself as well so that you don't end up having too many losses. Now, Mars can also take you into faraway lands. So Leo, if you've been feeling like, man, I need a vacation, I will say go far, baby. If you're in the West, go all the way to the East. If you're in the East, go all the way in the West. Some very far away land can be something really, really good for you at this time. And it could really help you to close a lot of chapters, to transform yourself, to release things that you no longer need. And that is exactly what Mars wants you to do. Close the chapter, close the past, release, make sure you're taking care of all the loose ends. You know, if you're leaving doors open for, you know, some lover and some other lover, like close those things. They're not taking you anywhere and they're not allowing for you to move forward into the future. okay? It's of course going to be different for everybody, but there's something here of your past that you've been that is a burden now. It's a burden now. You've been carrying it for such a long time, and Mars wants you to cut it, close it, end it, end it. And even if it feels like, oh my God, so intense, yeah, that's endings for you. That's endings for you. I mean, you can't sugarcoat an ending. But at the same time, when we try to sugarcoat an ending and it's like, oh, maybe we can still be friends, or maybe we can still like that just leaves a lingering thread that holds you back, that you can't move forward into the future. Cut those threads. Cut those contracts, those soul contracts that you no longer need, that are not giving you anything and are impeding you from the future. Okay. Also, for some of you, my beautiful lions, my beautiful Leos, if you have not stepped into your spirituality, taken your spiritual practices seriously, this is the time. Mars wants you to do it. And you're going to be feeling it. You're going to be like, oh my God, so many crazy things are happening in my life. I'm going through so much endings. I'm going through so many things. Like, life is going to put you against the wall saying, let it go. And if you're like, I don't wanna, like, the more you hold on to, the more painful it's going to be. So surrender, liberate yourself from it. And you're going to see how good it feels. And the best thing about it is that God has something even better for you. But God can't give you the new thing if you're still holding on to the old thing. That's not how it works. It's like when you're in a bad job and you're like, oh my God, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job, but I'm not going to leave it. Then you can't get a new job like that. You have to step into that void. You have to let go of the job, make space, and that is when God can bring you the new gift. So that is one of the main things that is happening for you, my beautiful Leo. Your dreams are going to be popping, okay? I want you to have a dream journal. Some of you guys are going to have some violent dreams as well, fighting, things like this. Write them down. Okay. And if you're going through a lot of things, my beautiful Leo, if there's something that you really need to look into and transmute, maybe not even understanding your dreams or what it is that the next step is, or maybe you don't know, like, how could I let go of this? What guarantees me that there's something going to be better in the future? Then definitely have a consultation with me, my beautiful Leo. My astropsychology consultations are 20% off at this time. Take advantage of it with the promo code in the description here below. So let's see, what are the messages that we have for my beautiful Leos this upcoming Mars retrograde? What do we have for Leo this upcoming Mars retrograde? And the first is, don't worry. This is what happens usually. Oh my God, oh my God. You go into this worrisome, like, but if I let it go, if I lose it, if it ends, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And that is the surrendering. That is the surrendering. Worrying is a symptom that I can't let it go. I want to control that which I cannot control. And because I can't control it, it gives me the anxiety and I feel worrisome. So here life is saying, surrender worry. Let it go. Being worried is not going to open any doors. You need to make a commitment that you're going to live a free anxiety life, not full of any anxiety. And then when you feel like the worry is arising, go and meditate, go and do some yoga, go do some pranayama, do some chanting, and then you'll see it will pass. Take a deep breath and it will pass. This too shall pass. Then we have surrender negative thinking, because then you go into negative thinking. The worrisome, because we don't trust, because we don't have faith, and faith can only come when we surrender. Then we don't want to let go. We want to control, and that's when the mind is like, oh, it's because of this, oh, it's because of that, oh, it's because you, and they, like, let go. And then this is going to happen, and then that's going to happen. And then it's like you're falling into these crazy scenarios that it's just your imagination. Nothing guarantees that there's some crazy traumatic thing is going to end up at the end. So release the surrender, surrender the negative thinking. You are in control of your thoughts. Your thoughts don't control you. Don't believe everything that your thoughts say to you, okay? They're passing little things that just like pass by. When you identify yourself with your thoughts, you suffer. Identify with the soul. That is eternal. A thought changes in a second. It's so temporary. Last but not least, surrender the idea that you can fix someone. Everybody has to be responsible for their own healing. That's not your responsibility, and that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Go check it out and listen to it if you didn't listen. We are going now through a healing of our childhood wounds, and we have to take responsibility for these wounds. The neglect wound, the rejection wound, the embarrassment wound, the abandonment wound. Those are not our partners to be dealing with. And you are not supposed to be dealing with your partner's wounds. That is, every single individual person has to be responsible for that. So surrender the idea that you can fix someone. Alrighty, my beautiful Leo, love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that the message helped. And if you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. Thank you so much, my beautiful brothers and sisters of the Leo sign. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Virgos. Welcome, Virgo, to your horoscope for this upcoming Mars retrograde. How are you doing? Hope everything is good. And for you, this Mars retrograde is going to be happening in the very important house of the 11th house. This is a very interesting position. This is really trying to take you into transforming and being assertive and taking action in your dreams. There's been something here going on, Virgo, with your aspirations. Either some of you guys are like, oh, it's too late for me, I'm not going to do that. Or that's just some silly kid dream that I had when I was young. Or I had to leave my dreams aside because of this, because of that. And here Mars is saying it's turning that flame once again. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your aspirations. We can try to turn off that light within us. We can do a whole lifetime of pretending we don't see that dream, of pretending that that fire within us is gonna one day just go away if we ignore it enough. But it doesn't. It doesn't go away. And then when we get older, when we have wasted, when we didn't believe, then we look back and we say, man, I didn't even give myself the chance. Why not? Why not me? So Mars here is bringing you back into that realization. Why abandoning your dreams and your aspirations? There could also be a reevaluation of your dreams and aspirations. Maybe you're chasing something that it's not worth it, Virgo. It's not your path. It's not, you think that that's what it is that you're meant to do, but it's like not happening. And it's because that's not for you. And it's not something for you to be upset about. It's not something like, oh, life is so unfair. Like, no. Life wants you to look for your own personal goal. Life wants you to look for the real purpose that God put you in this earth for. And what is yours will never pass you by. And the moment that you align yourself with that real divine will of why you're here, then your whole path is going to open up. So it is about reconnecting with those things. Also, we're also transforming your relationships and friendships, okay? Especially friendships with males. So Virgo women, male relationships, there could be some guys right now that it just gets weird. It just gets weird. You're just like, oh my God, every single time I try to be friends with guys, they end up falling in love with me. They end up wanting to like me. And then because I don't want anything with them back, then they get pissed with me. It's like, you need to break the cycle and maybe reevaluate how it is that you make relationships with men. Maybe understand that it's kind of silly to think that you can have a male-female friendship as a grown-up and that a man is not going to be getting feelings for you. If a man is giving you attention, taking you out, talking to you, it's because most probably they like you. Be honest. Let's get real. Like, that's just life. Because guess what? Guess where Cupid lives? Cupid lives when there's a man and a woman. That's where Cupid resides. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And if you're a married woman and you're trying to have all these male friends, like, that might just bring a bunch of problems into your relationship. That might just bring a bunch of problems. And you're just thinking so honestly, like, oh, but they're just my friends. Like, no, these are guys that like you. Let's get real. Maybe transforming your friendships at this time. My male Virgos also, you may be transforming your relationship with your bros and how it is that you go about your relationship with men. Maybe You're surrounded by a bunch of guys that all they do is make fun of you all day, or just tease you so much, or demean you. I've seen, man, like guys treat each other so intensely. So maybe you're ready to have better friends qualities, like men that respect you and that you can respect back. So all of these things are being transformed at this time. So allow yourself to open up. And if you are antisocial, where you're just like, I don't have friends, then this Mars retrograde is also transforming that. Why don't you have friends? What's the issue? What's holding you back? What's going on here? So Mars is going to reevaluate all these things for you. Now let's see, what else do we have here for my beautiful Virgos for this upcoming Mars retrograding? What do we have for Virgo for this upcoming Mars retrograde? The best advice for Virgo. And if you're going through a lot of things at this time, would like to understand more about your situation and how to go about it, especially 2025, make sure to take advantage of my promo at this time. I am having my astropsychology sessions for 20% off. In the description here below, you can get the promo code. So first message, Sun. Okay, so this is that for my women who have a male sun, a lot of the answers that you're seeking are in your male sun's understanding and relationship. Okay, there could also be a dream of having a son, where maybe you are ready to embark in becoming a mother at this time, or a father, and a son is wanting to come into your life, wanting to be born through this relationship. For my males, there's also a lot of healing that is happening to the inner child within, those dreams of the inner child and how that inner child was treated by friends in the past. So all of these things are being healed. This is the perfect timing to move forward with those dreams and aspirations. This is the perfect timing to go back into taking action into these dreams and aspirations. It is a time to move forward. Okay, move forward. Stop looking back. Stop looking at what happened or did not happen. Time to move forward towards the future. And last but not least, admit your true feelings to yourself. Only you know what it is that you want. So be cautious of, bottling up emotions, bottling up what you really truly feel. Okay, life wants you to be honest with your feelings at this time, because only you know what it is that you truly want. So those were your messages, my beautiful Virgo. I hope that they help. The best candle for you at this time will be the Remover of Obstacles candle. I highly suggest it for you. It's in my shop. In the link here below, you can go and check it out. That could really help you in removing any obstacles around your dreams and aspirations, or any friendships at this time. Alrighty, Virgo, those were your messages. I hope that they help. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Libras. Welcome, Libra, to your horoscope for Mars retrograde. This is going to be happening in your 10th house. Very, very important house for you. This is all about career, purpose in life, status, what you came here to do, what people are going to remember you for. Mars actually gets very, very happy in the 10th house. This is like the workaholic that wants to keep working, that feels so happy working all the time. Now, the good thing about this is that you can really start asserting yourself in a career, asserting yourself in a job. Maybe you're deciding to get a better job, maybe to go into a higher level. The only thing I will say is be cautious with your boss, okay? That you don't get emotionally outbursty because of your boss or because of your coworkers. Control your emotions at this time. Okay, that you don't end up saying something that later, like, your boss is like, what's going on with you, Libra? Like, be cautious with this. On the contrary, try to channel this energy into really working hard, transforming your situation at work. If you've been unemployed, this Mars retrograde is like, let's get to work. Let's go. Time to move forward with the work. If you've been complacent about your status, your purpose, then this Mars is like, why? Are you really showing up how you deserve to be showing up? Are you giving it your best, or are you just living a mediocreness? And why do you stay complacent in this mediocreness? So Mars here is really putting a fire under your butt, saying, time to really show them what you got, baby. So that's going to be for some of you who have been in the complacent moon, and the other ones who have been over workaholics, overworking yourselves, over putting so much effort and endeavor. Then this Mars is transforming this. that you gain a little bit of balance of career and home life, so that you're not just working, but that you have a better relationship with work, that is not draining you, that is not burning you out, and that you can still work very efficiently with less time and less effort, and almost like working smarter, not harder. And for others of you, maybe you guys are ready to upscale to a higher level in your job, in your business, in your career. So this is a time to re-strategize many things at work, to re-strategize many things at your purpose in life. Okay, don't let this time pass you by. This is really trying to bring you lots of success, but it is all about you tempering your mood, tempering yourself, and really knowing how to strike the iron when it's hot to really move forward with your work at this time. Okay, if you have any questions around career and destiny and how it is that you can move forward in these things, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my astropsychology sessions. They're 20% off in the description here below. You can find the promo code. So let's see, what are the messages for Libra? What are the messages for my beautiful Libras for this Mars retrograde? Mars retrograde for Libra. And we have, it is safe for you to receive. Okay. So some of you guys may not be allowing for an upscaling of your job or your status or to go to a new level. This is that complacency that I was talking about, because maybe you don't feel like you deserve it, or you're like not ready to receive this. But life is saying, yes, you are ready to receive this achievement, this higher payment, this higher position. You're ready to achieve this. It's just a matter of you knowing that you deserve it, and that you open yourself up to it, to allow yourself to receive. The more resources you will have available to share with others, okay? And so this is that relationship with like, oh, I'm supposed to work so hard so I can make money. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. Sometimes when you tap into your natural gifts, you work more effortlessly, but you get more money. That's when you really tap it into your gold. Open your arms to receive and be a conduct for good coming to you and through you as you bless the world. Another message for you here is focus on your priorities. So that's what I'm saying about work. Like, what are your priorities? Focus yourself on these things. Don't get distracted. Don't put too many things in your plate. Don't fragment yourself so much. You know what it is that is distracting you, okay? And your priorities are calling for you at this time. So own in, focus, get in it, and you're going to see that you're going to be feeling so much better. And last but not least, no more complaining, Libra. Okay, that's not going to open any doors. Don't complain to your boss. Don't complain to your coworkers. Don't complain about your life. Don't complain about your job. Don't complain. If you don't like it, do something about it. But complaining, it just curses you. It curses your life. We don't have this beautiful power of the voice, of the throat chakra, to just gossip and complain. This actually completely deteriorates our life. And then people don't like being around us. Why do we complain? Really tap into this. Why are you victimizing yourself? You can make a change. You can make a difference. You can own in, take the bull by the horns and make a change in your life, because complaining is an affirmation of victimization, okay? Which is never true spirituality. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom in your life. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Very nice. Now for you, the candle of Sri Lakshmi can really, really help you. That could really give you a lot of abundance and prosperity and open up the doors for more abundance and prosperity to come into your life. If you would like to get that candle, check out my shop in the description here below. You will find the link. Now, Libra, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Scorpios. Welcome, Scorpio, to your horoscope for Mars retrograde. And this is going to be a very important transit for you because your ruler is Mars. And for you, is going to be happening in the 9th house. The 9th house of Dharma, the 9th house of religion, the 9th house of your connection with God, your connection with faith, your connection with your teachers and with gurus, and your connection to for you to go and teach as well. So Mars, your planet, is going to be going retrograde. So you're really going to be feeling it. You're going to be feeling extra emotional, extra, on the edge, extra irritable. So I will also say for you, my beautiful Scorpio, watch out for eating too many spicy foods. Kind of make sure that you are taking in a lot of cooling things right now so that your mind can cool off. A lot of pranayama, a lot of yoga, a lot of mantra chanting. This could really help you, especially the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This could really help you in cooling down any intense fire or agni that starts kind of taking over in your body. Watch out for anger. Watch out for frustration, because this is not going to open any doors and it might end up causing more issues at the end of the day. So with Mars in the 9th house, first and foremost, I would say if you're traveling, this is you have to be extra cautious, okay? Extra cautious that everything is on time, that you get to the airport on time, that you have all the paperwork that you need, that you have a new passport, like the whole thing, okay? Don't just like you need to be extra detailed oriented with travels if you're currently traveling. Others of you who maybe are planning travels, this is a good time to plan some travels for maybe 2025. Use this energy for that. And it's also trying to get you back into your dharmic path. So what does this mean? If you've been too adharmic means like immoral, like, too many immoral things, too many drugs, too much alcohol, whores and things like this, like just maybe it's time to transform this, okay? You could be going through a time where it's like, whoa, I thought that this was fun and the, rich and luxurious life, the gangsta life, and now it's like not giving me happiness. I'm having more issues than anything else. I'm having more problems than anything else. Like maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of playing God. Okay? And this Mars wants you to surrender to a higher power, to surrender to principles, and to reevaluate your principles, my beautiful Scorpio. That you are living by your principles and that you are living a more moral life. It is the most important thing at this time. So make sure you're doing your rituals. Make sure you're chanting. Make sure you're praying. Reconnect with God. Reconnect with the Lord. Reconnect with the source so that you can be elevated, so that you can be expansive, so that you can really see the light. Okay, so Mars here really wants you to tap into this. And of course, as you tap into this and you connect with this, that is also going to give you the will of God. It's going to be like, whoa, this is what I came here to do. It's going to give you a bigger mission, a higher mission, a better mission, a mission that really is significant in your life. So Scorpio, get ready for these things. Life is really transforming you deeply with the energies of morality and the energies of principles. And also, watch out for getting angry with your guru. Watch out for getting angry with your teachers, because this could really erode your relationship. And be a good student, okay? Be a good student, humble down, have that humility in you. Do not let the pride get the best of you. So that is the main things for my beautiful Scorpios. But at the end, this could really elevate you to such a nice energy, and it could really bring you into your higher faith. So let's see, what are some messages for my beautiful Scorpios for this upcoming Mars retrograde? What do we have for Scorpio for this Mars retrograde? Marriage. Wow, this has to do with morality, like really committing yourself to a partner, how you're showing up in a marriage, how you're showing up in a relationship, that you're not cheating, that you're not lying, that you're not hiding things. Like really get into that dharmic path, that religious path that can really elevate you, especially if you're married. Maybe some of you guys have been single, dating for such a long time. Maybe it's time to get married. Maybe it's time to settle down. Maybe all those one night stands are not leading to nothing. So the marriage here is really trying to call for you to settle down and to take these things seriously and to show up like a God-loving man and God-loving woman. And that's going to give you so much goodness in your life. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. love life is about to get so much better. It has to do with your love life. Wow, interesting. So your love life is about to get so much better, my beautiful Scorpios, regardless of where you are. If you just went through so many heartbreaks, if you just went through that, if you just went through this, if there was pain in the past, they did this to me and I did that back to them, and it's just like all this drama. Well, the basis of your problem is a question that involves around romance, and it's just about to get so much better. The prayer, the chanting is also going to help a lot. So regardless of where you are, you're going to start having a better situation in love. And then practice, practice, practice. This deals with, it's a practice. It's a practice. Do every single day your rituals. Do every single day your gratitude. Do every single day your chanting. Do every single day your prayer. It's a practice. Practice makes perfect. And then you could really get into alignment. And maybe some of you guys are also learning something from a teacher at this time. And so it requires practice, 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 and you're going to be able to perfection it as well. Okay. So the candle for you, my beautiful Scorpio, I highly suggest that you get the candle, either the Durga candle to release any immoralness or negative energy, bad karmas, or also the remover of obstacles candle that could really help you to remove all these things at this time. You can check that in the shop below. You can find my link to my shop. And also, if you're going through a lot of things at this time, my beautiful Scorpio, take advantage of my 20% off on my astropsychology consultations at this time. You can find the promo code in the description below. So those were your messages, my beautiful Scorpio. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. If you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Sagittariuses. Welcome, Sagittarius, to your horoscope for Mars retrograde. And for you, this Mars is going to be retrograding in the 8th house. Wow, this is going to be deep. Saggy, you're going to be feeling some deep feelings, okay? This is the time where we fight our inner demons, okay? We are going to face those traumas, face those things that take our power away, face those things that scare us, face those things that have been holding us back, face that shadow. You could be going through a dark night of the soul, to be honest, with all of these things. It's a fantastic time for you to get an astropsychology reading with me so we can dive deep into all of these things. And of course, I'm having a 20% off on my consultations at this time. You can find the promo code in the description here below. But this is the time to get vulnerable. This is the time where you're going to be feeling triggered. All of the things are going to be coming up. All of your secrets are going to come up, because it's like liberating yourself from the darkness. That is what this Mars is wanting to do. Now, Mars is definitely going to fight your inner demons, so it's a good thing. Another thing that I would say is be careful with gambling. Be careful with the stock market. Be careful with using other people's monies or taking out loans or your credit, okay? Be careful with these things at this time, because Mars retrograding here can give you issues. So be very, very cautious when you're dealing with other people's monies. Be very, very responsible. Do not abuse this. You may be tempted to abuse this, so don't do it. You could also be reevaluating how it is to share resources in your relationship. So if you are currently in a relationship and the share resources, one partner's not happy about it or there's something going on, then this Mars is going to bring it up, okay? So time to reevaluate all of those things, my beautiful Scorpio. And of course, emotional things, sensitive things. So be open to what's coming. And I will say, be vulnerable, okay? Be vulnerable, because all the light is going to shine on those dark aspects of yourself, on those secrets. And the time has come for you to no longer live in this fear with the shadow, okay? It is a dark night of the soul situation at this time for you, for sure. I do suggest the Durga candle for you. You can find the Durga candle in my shop. In the description below, you can find the link. So let's see, what are some messages for my beautiful Sagittarius for this upcoming Mars retrograde? Mars retrograde. Addictions. Addictions, obsessions, all of these behavioral issues. It's a time to reevaluate, transform them, and heal them. Surrender your ego. First message. Cultivate gratitude. Cultivate humility. Cultivate serving others that really comes from the heart, not because you're trying to exploit, not because you're trying to get something, not because you're acting nice because you're trying to get something out of a person. This is called exploitation. This is called being an opportunist. And everybody can feel it. Everybody can see it. So cultivate humility. Cultivate that service for others that really comes from the heart, and cultivate that gratitude. Okay, you don't have to play games. You don't have to be conniving or do something to get your way. You don't have to do these things. You don't have to work in the shadows to get what it is that you want, or manipulate. You don't have to do any of these things. And that's what life is trying to liberate you from, because a big ego can work against you and not for you. And humility can really further your goals at this time. Surrender to receiving love and support from others. So this is also that house of vulnerability and intimacy. Are you allowing people in, or are you, you're trying to show off that you're just so strong and that you don't need no help from no one? Like, here life is saying to allow love and support from others to truly come in, rather than trying to do everything by yourself. You don't have to be, I'm so strong, I don't need nobody. This is that vulnerability I'm talking about. And this can take the pressure off when you allow somebody to come and help you, and it can simultaneously as well nurture you. So be vulnerable enough to do this. And of course, surrender to complete healing. I mean, this is a healing time. You will be triggered. You will be feeling a lot of things, my beautiful Sagittarius, especially if you have any addictions, mental issues, psychological issues, obsessions, anything like this. Like, this is a time to completely heal yourself and heal that shadow that has been harnessing in you. Okay, God is supporting you, your physical and emotional and spiritual healing. And as I mentioned, if you need any support on that healing journey, I am here for you. My astropsychology sessions at this time are 20% off. You can get the promo code in the description here below. Alrighty, my beautiful Sagittariuses, those were your messages for this upcoming Mars retrograde. I hope that they help. Love you guys so, so much. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Capricorns. Welcome, Capricorn, to your Mars retrograde horoscope. For you, Mars is going to be retrograding in a very important sector of your marriage and relationships. Oh, Capricorn, this is going to be an intense one, okay? Mars doesn't like to be in this house. I'm going to be super honest with you, because Mars is a warrior, is a fighter, and this is the house of diplomacy and relationships. So bringing conflict to a relationship, not good. But if you use these energies correctly, it might just help you transform your relationships. Maybe the way that you're handling conflict in your relationship needs a reevaluation. Maybe we need to mature in this aspect where you are ready to maybe start using some tools that can really help you in bringing more harmony into your relationships. That, if you keep falling into the same fights, if you keep falling into the same attitudes, if this is eroding the relationship. So usually the first 7 years of a relationship, that's all learning how to conflict and resolve. Conflict and resolve, conflict and resolve. And then after 7 years, it is about how it is that we can be friends and really build a very strong bond. So if you're in this process, life wants you to really master this conflict and resolving situation. Those are for the ones that are in a relationship. For the ones that are in a relationship, your partner is also going to be very moody and quite upset, quite angry, irritable, explosive. So don't take it personal. They might be trying to get some reaction out of you. So you have to choose your battles wisely. Do not just be led on and triggered and be ready to fight and be ready to complain and be ready to put your 2 cents in the situation. Let them go through their thing. Okay, you're upset. Guess what? All emotions, they pass. They pass like the clouds in the sky. They're not going to be there forever, okay? And it is also a good training for you to not be attached to what they feel. Like, it's like, oh, if my partner's not feeling right, I can't feel right. Why? Why does it have to be that codependency? If your partner wants to go through whatever it feels they're going to go through, let them. And you stay strong in yourself, in how you want to be, in your peace, and don't let the things outside of yourself disturb your own inner peace. Transform the relationship with your partner, how you conflict and resolve things with your partner. Do not give into fighting with them. Do not give into getting explosive with them. because this is just going to make it so bad. Okay. For those of you who are single, Mars here is trying to tell you, okay, why are you single, Capricorn? Okay, enough of this dry period. Time for you to go out there and make a partner in your life. Oh no, I was heartbroken in the past. Well, guess what? We need to get over it. Okay. Just imagine how many heartbreaks you have had throughout the many lifetimes that you've lived. Just imagine the millions of heartbreaks that you had. And guess what? The heart is a muscle, and the muscle is meant to be broken. Like when you go and work out, you're breaking the muscle to make it stronger. That is what the heart does. So when the heart is being broken, it's not so that you never love again. It's so that you learn to love even more and harder. The challenge is to keep your heart soft in this material world. That is the challenge. Anybody can become jaded. That's easy. That's super easy. This world will make you jaded like this. So it is important to learn how to keep loving and loving more. Okay, these are the things that are trying to transform your life at this time. Okay, and how you're approaching relationships. Now, if you are in a very toxic relationship, an abusive partner that hits you, it's like abusive, then this is the time to cut that off. Okay, seek help, please. And if you would like to have more understanding on your relationships, on your partnerships, we can do a compatibility reading. Check out my astropsychology consultations at this time. They're 20% off, perfect for the upcoming holidays and for the upcoming year. So make sure to take advantage of it. 20% off. You can find the promo code in the description here below. So let's see. Ooh, okay. This wanted to come out very soon, Capricorn. You see? Clarity. Clearly decide what it is that you want in love, because it's coming to you now. Okay, those are for the single ones. Know exactly what it is that you want. And if you don't know what you want, you don't know what's best for you, get a reading with me. Okay, I can tell you who's the best partner for you, when are you going to meet them, what sign they are, according to your chart. Okay, that is the best way to have a relationship. Okay, you don't have to go and kiss a bunch of frogs to see which one you land on. It's like a plain Russian roulette with your heart. You don't have to do that. Then we have deception. Okay, if anybody has been deceptive, if anybody has been wearing a mask in your relationship, if there's been any lies or pretendings, then this is a time where these things come into the light. Okay, this is the time for also you to get rid of the mask and becoming more truthful and authentic in your relationships. And last but not least, let your friends help you. Okay, ask for help and support from your friends. And also, maybe if you guys have been together for so long, this ruins love. Okay, love is a dance between union and separation. And when you're separated, you can miss your partner and want to see them again, and then the union becomes even more sweeter. So if you've been together for such a long time, always together, then this could also cause issues. So understand this dance, and that there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe you do need some friends. Maybe your partner needs some friends. And that could really bring a lot of healing into the relationship. Alrighty, my beautiful Capricorns, I do suggest the love candle for you. You can check out my candle shop in the description here below. You will find the link. Those were your messages, Capricorn. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And if you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And now we're going to be doing our beautiful Aquariuses. Welcome, Aquarius, to your horoscope for this upcoming Mars retrograde. And for you, it's going to be happening in the sector of the 6th house. This is a good one for you, but let's see. Mars likes to be in the 6th house. Mars likes to work and fight diseases, fight enemies, fight conflict, fight any things that we need to, be taken care of in the world. But because it's going retrograde, there could be a reevaluation here where maybe some of you guys are really thinking your lifestyle. Maybe some of you guys are really thinking like, okay, am I having a healthy lifestyle in my life? Am I taking care of my body? Am I taking care of my health? Am I taking care of my miscellaneous things in life? These things are important to take care of as well. So Mars here is really trying to get your lifestyle in order, your health in order, if something hasn't been in alignment. Now, if there's also been issues around job, work, where you're like, okay, I don't like this job, or I want to get something better, or anything like this, then this is also helping you to reevaluate your situation at work so that you can get a better situation with work. Okay. Also, health wise, be careful. If you're working out too much, you might get hurt with this Mars retrograding. So be careful with injuries, be careful with these things. And also, if there's been some sort of illness that you haven't been able to take care of, or maybe the doctors don't know what it is, or maybe it's just been this thing that has been lingering there for so long, this Mars retrograde is really going to put you to understand what that is and how to fight it and how to be able to transform the situation completely. So nonetheless, I do think Mars is going to be very good for you in this house. Is going to really get you going and get you into a better alignment with your lifestyle. And it's also going to show you how your emotions really affect your health and how it is important for you to have good emotions. Like, it's not just being rational and that's it, and like don't think about your emotions. Like, no, you may have somatic issues where your emotions have afflicted your body or affected you something, and this could be the reason why sometimes the doctor can't understand why you're feeling this or why you're feeling that. So how to cleanse your body from these stuck emotions in your body, this could be a fantastic time to do that as well. So it's looking like a good thing. Transform your daily life. If you don't like your daily job, fix it, change it, get something better. If you have been neglecting your health and your nurturing and the way that your nutrition, this is also transforming this in your life as well. If you've been overworking out, then be cautious with this. You might get injured, okay? Finding that balance between recovery and working out. So it's going to be different for everybody. So if you want to understand more and try to get answers around your daily life, work, and health, make sure to take advantage of my astropsychology sessions that are 20% off at this time. You can find the promo code in the description here below. So let's see, what are some messages that we have here for my beautiful Aquariuses? And we have conscious consumer first. Okay, what are you consuming? What media are you consuming? What foods are you consuming? This could be affecting your body, affecting your health, affecting yourself, emotions that you're consuming. So be very, very attentive. Maybe this is the time to really evaluate, okay, what am I consuming in my life? What am I putting in my body? There could be maybe too many toxic things. If you're taking too many, I don't know, there's like a bunch of toxicity nowadays with so many things, like even color red, number 4, number 5, like all these things are so toxic. So life wants you to do a detox. Actually, this will be an amazing time for you to do a detox. It could be very, very healthy for you. So get rid of the toxicity in your body and see what it is that you're consuming and be more conscious about those things. Clean energy food, exactly what I was just talking about. Okay, you eating better foods that are better for you, especially a vegetarian diet with like wholesome food that has a lot of life, this can really make a difference for you. And if you're like, no, I'll never, try it out for a month out of your life. It's like nothing, but you can at least see the difference. Like, wow, I feel lighter, I feel cleaner, my mind feels cleaner, I'm no longer constipated. I have, like, there's so many benefits to it. So clean energy food can really change your lifestyle, and it could really boost your situations at work as well in your daily life. And last but not least, detox your friendships. Something around your friendships. And friendships are important for Aquariuses. Like, you guys are like friends of the world. Like, you guys can be friends with everybody. But here life is saying, you know, you got to be a little bit more conscious of your associations and who you associate with. Maybe you associate with smokers, so you start smoking. Or you associate with people who like drinking alcohol, so you start drinking alcohol. Like, that's just what happens. Some people think that, oh no, I can associate and never be influenced. BS. That's impossible, okay? You are who you hang out with. Tell me who you hang out with and I tell you who you are. That's a saying in my country. So detox your friendships. Get high quality friends. Get friends that are healthy. Get friends that you admire their health and the way that they live and their lifestyle. And you're going to see that you're going to feel so much better and get so much more boosted up at this time. So those were your messages, my beautiful Aquarius. For you, I suggest the remover of obstacles candle. You can find that in my candle shop in the description here below. You can find the link. Alrighty, my beautiful Aquarius, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a personal message, check out my 20% off on my astropsychology sessions at this time in the description below. And if you like these messages, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. Now we're going to be doing our beautiful Pisces. Welcome, Pisces, to your horoscope for this Mars retrograde. And for you, Mars is going to be retrograding in the 5th house of children, creativity, romance. So this is about your passions. You may be reevaluating and going back into a passion that you used to have in your past. A passion, especially when it comes to creativity. You guys are so creative. You guys are so imaginative. Like, just you ooze imagination and creativity. Maybe you love playing music and you want to go back to playing music. Maybe you loved sports and you want to go back into doing sports. Or maybe you loved art and maybe you want to go back into doing art. Mars here is really turning on that passion once again. It's trying to turn that fire on and say, go back to your passions, Pisces. That is who you are. You are a creative being, a being of passions and creativity. So here, Mars is really reevaluating those things for you. Now, romance-wise, Pisces, if you've been going through a lot of kissing a lot of frogs, going through a lot of heartbreaks around romance, it just so happens that romance go down south, or maybe too many romances where you have too many lovers and then it ends up being just a big drama and it just wastes your energy and your time and your life force. A lot of disbalances in romance. If you've been going through this, then this is something that is going to get healed with this Mars retrograde. It wants you to settle down with the drama, okay? You don't need to live in drama life with relationships. That's not what relationships are all about. It's about having a healthy relationship that is passionate, loving, but it's also committed and it is also devoted and sincere. Okay? It doesn't have to be this overly passionate thing so that you can feel something, so that it can be exciting. Okay? Others of you who maybe also are having fun, in the way that you have fun is by drinking, is by partying, is by, just chasing this high, and you think that that's fun, and it's every single weekend, like maybe you're starting to get saturated from this, and life is saying, time for you to find better fun things, okay, to do. The fun doesn't have to be this destructive fun or this debauchery fun that is just like, degraded and degrading you, where you wake up hangover all the time and just like in pain. So this is also something that life is trying to reevaluate. Also, if you have a drinking problem, I know my Pisces sometimes may have a drinking problem. So Mars here is saying like, okay, time to replace that addiction, that thing that you think it's so fun that you're stuck in it, and change it for something that is healthier for you, like sports, like art, like these things. Also, if you have children, be careful not getting too mad with your children. Be careful not getting too angry with your children, explosive with your children. Be patient, be collective, be tolerant, okay, of your children at this time. And if you don't have any children, then this may also be reevaluating that passion to maybe want to have children at this time. So let's see, what are your messages for you, my beautiful Pisces, for this upcoming Mars retrograde? What do we have for Pisces for this Mars retrograde? And we have, whom do you need to forgive? So number one, whom do you need to forgive? As you release old anger and resentment, you will be able to find your wishes coming true. So this is that old anger. Where is the old anger? Is it in your past? Is it in a romantic relationship? Is it in some resentment with someone, with yourself, with your family, with your children? Where is this at? The time has come for you to forgive and let go. And you can use these outlets of creativity to help you release these things, to help you make peace with that. Sometimes when we're drowning ourselves in drugs or alcohol or partying, is because we're trying to also cover that pain, that resentment, that old anger. So this is also trying to help you to forgive and to liberate yourself from these things. If you're having a hard time, my beautiful Pisces, I do suggest that you take advantage of my astropsychology consultations at this time. They could be very healing for you to try to understand all these situations. You can find the promo code for the 20% off in my description here below. Take advantage of that deal. We also have a business venture. So there's some business venture, a creative business venture, some speculative business that you're doing at this time that life is saying, trust your gut, go for it. Use your creative spark and trust that, because it will be an amazing business opportunity for you. It is going to be an incredible career opportunity for you. So go for it. So there's some good energy here going on. Oh, and then your wish is granted. Oh, I love it. I love it, Pisces. So what is your wish? We'll love to hear in the comments what it is that you're wishing for. Well, it's coming on here, baby. Mars is turning on that passion and helping you to really make this wish come true. Okay? Whatever it is that you're asking for is going to be coming to you very, very soon. Oh, congratulations, my beautiful Pisces. And for you, the candle that I suggest is the Sri Radha Krishna Love Candle from my candle shop that can really bring a lot of love, romance, and self-love and love of life into your life. You can find that in my candle shop in the description here below. You can find the link to that. Alrighty, my beautiful brothers and sisters, that was the Mars retrograde horoscope for all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Truly, truly appreciate you so much. Sending you so much love and light. Thank you once again for all the likes, all the comments. It really, really makes this channel move forward. And with that, I'm able to reach more people, and these messages are able to help many, many other living entities in this world. So thank you so much. And I'm sending everybody so much love. Thank you, and have a beautiful Mars retrograde. Hari Bol in Hari Krishna.